So I'm going to show you guys how we built an automation for one of our cleaning business clients, and they're using Go High Level with House Call Pro. Go High Level is an all-in-one CRM software. We recommend it for all local businesses. This is a cleaning business that is using it, and it does emails, SMS, it does all these integrations as far as like capturing the lead, nurturing the lead. But then House Call Pro, this is where once you get the lead to become a client, they put them onto this booking scheduler that helps distribute it to all the cleaners, and it's just such an integratable tool for clients. Now, the downside is these are great tools. They do totally different things, but they complement each other. So what I'm going to be showing you guys is what this looks like, how to connect this, because there's no direct API, no direct connection from Go High Level to House Call Pro. So the solution today with automation is Zapier. So our client, we built a handful of Zaps is what we call them, and they want to automate a little bit more of their processes because it's a lot of manual Google Sheets, and we've helped them onboard and integrate Go High Level. They've been using House Call Pro, and then they've been using all these other techs like MailChimp and G Sheets. So Go High Level kind of took all that, automated this on the back end for them, emails, SMS, the intake form, and then zapping it into House Call Pro once they become a client. Now, I'll kind of show you guys again in a big picture what this looks like. They go to their website to the form, it goes to Go High Level, and then we either send quotes or we get them booked. And Zapier is that connection to once they do become booked to go to House Call Pro. Okay, so hope this makes sense. On a simpler scale, when Go High Level, this is the back end. This is called the Opportunities tab. The moment they fill out that form, every lead with all their information that they filled out, name, email, phone number, and then how many rooms do you need clean, and just kind of everything all in one on a card. So this is my test card, and you can like drag them into these different stages. What ends up happening is the moment we send a quote out from House Call Pro, they automatically go here to quote sent. And then Go High Level has triggers, and I have a whole teaching on this of what this whole backend looks like if you guys are interested in this snapshot. But what ends up happening is it automatically goes through quote sent follow up one, quote sent follow up two, follow up three, and these are emails. So every time it goes and drags automatically, it sends them emails, text, all the way up and follows up for a handful of days. It's called up to 20 days, I believe. And then by the end of it, they finally want to get them to book. So once they book, they become an official client, and then we turn off all the marketing, and now they're a client in the automations on the back end of Go High Level. So this is what it looks like on the Go High Level side. The issue is the moment they become booked, they are not on the House Call Pro side. So what ends up happening is we have to do all the manual work again. This is where Zaps come, and it zaps all that information in. So we're going to be showing you guys what this looks like, this whole Zap right here, and kind of just a full breakdown. And my brother Ben, he's going to be showing you guys what this looks like, how to make sure that these estimates and jobs scheduled, depending on what it is. So there's going to be two paths you're going to see: estimate sent, job scheduled, and then it's going to zap them back from House Call Pro into Go High Level. So check this out.
What's up? So I'm going to show you the whole Zapier, House Call Pro, and GHL automation setup. Some prerequisites is that you're going to have your, obviously, the GHL connected and everything. And then also you're going to need webhooks set up. House Call Pro. House Call Pro has its own webhook thing. And then you could also set a bunch of other triggers with that webhook. So it sends any information regarding those triggers into certain automations that you need. Okay. But for this specific automation that we're going to do, this automation is kind of like the foundation for what you're going to need for everything. So for this one, we have the webhook set to estimate set or job scheduled. So it'll grab any information regarding whether an estimate was sent or a job was scheduled for a client or lead. And then it splits that path into whether if it was an estimate sent lead or a job scheduled customer. So we go here, that's the split into paths action, that's the second step. And then let's go to the estimate set section. So if we look right here, I have it as an event. And if the text, it exactly matches the estimate set, which is what it's going to be set as through the data from House Call Pro through the webhook. It's going to be estimate.set. So you make sure you exactly match that. So set as text exactly matches estimate set. in this path condition. And then what we do next is we go into the formatter. The formatter, this is for the actual lead value. So this will turn the lead value into something that GHL can recognize. And then we could set it into a custom value within GHL, which then sets that into the opportunity itself. So we'll format the value just by setting the formatter to a number action event. And then we configure it. And then we drag in the estimate options total amount from the webhook. We drag it into here just because for some reason with the webhooks with Housecall Pro, it sends the total amount in a different format. So just to adjust that format to the correct value, you divide it by set the operation to divide. First, actually set the transform to perform math operation, set the operation to divide. Then you drag in your total option or the estimate options total amount from the webhook from Housecall Pro, and then you divide it by 100. And you go in, continue, test that, and you should be able to get the correct output. Okay. And then set up the lead connection action is going to be our last step in this branch. And you set it as setting a lead into the actual opportunity for the specific pipeline that you're going to need. Then you put in all the information. And then at the end is where we have our specific opportunity value set. So it sets the Zapier lead value. We create this as a custom value inside GHL, put it here, and then we tie that to an automation that sets the actual lead value in GHL. Okay, so that's the estimate set path. And then when the webhook grabs information from client that a job is scheduled, so you'll go through, spin to path, and then same thing here, an event. And then the text matches exactly job that's scheduled because that's the information that's going to be coming from Housecall Pro. Okay. And then it sends it to a webhook. It sends all this information to webhook. So the job scheduled section has a whole different automation set within Zapier that we have set up. So it's going to send all that stuff to a webhook that will distribute leads within a opportunity pipeline that we have set up in GHL. And then we also have it set up to a job reminder task in Zapier that also we have the automation set up for that, the reminder connected from the Zapier automation into the GHL automation.
So what you guys just saw on Housecall Pro, when they go on the back end, when they send an estimate, it automatically zaps it into Go High Level and moves them into the right pipeline. And it says, hey, we sent an estimate. It gives them the value and opportunity. So we could track all the stats on Go High Level, especially like the leads. When they come in, we see the full customer journey. That's the whole point of this. Or once they become a client and the job is scheduled, it zaps it and it updates their card back into Go High Level. So if you guys can see, this is such a tedious task when you have tons of leads and tons of clients that you're closing. This company that we're helping with, they have about 10 cleaners. So they're doing and they have a few hundred recurring cleans per month. So they're doing pretty big numbers as a cleaning company. So this is the whole goal. Again, just kind of showing you guys what that actual automation looks like that you guys just saw. And then what we also do, if you guys want this, we give access to this step-by-step. So if you're more of like, hey, I like a manual, we built this step-by-step on Notion. This is stuff that we give out. If you guys are interested, we have a community where I teach a lot of these automations. We help build agencies. Maybe you're on the agency side. Or if you're a cleaning business and you want help with automations, maybe lead generation, Google Ads, Facebook, we do that as well. I'll make sure that I link that below. Thank you guys for watching so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless you. Take care. Check the links in the description. Bye-bye.